What's going on, guys? It's the NOLA Hub here, back with another video, and today I'm here to announce that the New Orleans Saints drafted Ian Book in the 4th round of the NFL draft. I already know you guys are probably not very happy about this pick, but I'm not particularly either, but I understand. I'm going to break down why I think we made it and all that good stuff, but make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be doing videos on all of our draftees. Some might be coming out more than later. I have to go in for my job today, and yeah, I understand this pick. I'm just gonna go straight out and say it. We know Taysom isn't a quarterback. I think Sean has hyped it up long enough, and we've seen it failed, and there's a reason we took a quarterback. If he really believed in Taysom to be anything after Jameis leaves, he wouldn't have taken one. Now, Jameis is the starter in my mind. Let me make that perfectly clear. He is the starter. Ian Book is the 3rd string as of right now. Agreed. I think we can all agree on that. If something happens with Jameis, it doesn't work out, he leaves, I think Sean wanted a backup plan and a player that has some potential and he can groom and mold for a couple years before we move on from Jameis, or if he leaves us. This was strictly a backup plan. You might feel this is a shot at Jameis, and it is a bit, but I'm sure Jameis understands this is just what we have to do. We didn't take a 1st round quarterback. We didn't take a 2nd. We didn't take a 3rd. We took a 4th for a reason. This is just a backup plan for Jameis Winston. I'm not super happy about this. I thought wide receiver is a much bigger need, but we did take a quarterback. Personally, I would have rather had Jamie Newman. I think he's a little bit better than Ian Book, but there is some positive to Ian Book's game. Our own Drew Brees said that he thinks Ian Book will have tremendous success in the NFL, and they're very similar players. We'll break down all of that. I'm not super thrilled about this, but I understand why the organization did it. And for everyone that knows, like me, Taysom is not a future starting quarterback. This makes sense, and I'd rather have Ian Book be the next guy than fucking Taysom. But personally, I hope we draft a QB next year if Jameis leaves or struggles. I believe in Jameis. I want to make that clear. I believe in Jameis. All right? This is just if he struggles. Let's go to Ian Book's senior year at Notre Dame. He started 12 games, had a 65% completion, threw for 2,800 yards, 15 TDs, and 3 interceptions. From what I know, he's a big runner as well. He had 9 rushing TDs and 485 yards on the ground. But each year he's considerably improved at Notre Dame, except his his junior year. Sorry, I get confused with the years. He had his best year with a 68% completion, 19 touchdowns, and 7 picks. But he's limited the turnovers after that. Look, this is a older Drew Brees, but in a younger guy's form. This is a accurate short passer, but except this guy can run. So it's not Drew Brees. This is a very accurate short pass quarterback. Okay? He's very similar to Drew Brees in his older days. Now, I'm not saying that's like, oh, he's Drew in his old days, he's a bum. No. What I'm saying is he's a very short and mid-accurate quarterback. He struggles a bit with the deep ball. That's his biggest flaw out of everything I've read. But this is a guy who can come in, read defenses, call plays. I heard he calls plays and runs an offense very well. And he can do that well. He's not going to throw a lot of touchdowns. I believe at Notre Dame, though, they do a big thing with their running backs where they hand the ball off a lot for TDs. So I don't watch college football. But he had 9 rushing TDs. He can run. He's a bit of a dual threat. I watched one game, I believe, of his. Not intentionally. It was Clemson v. Notre Dame. I don't remember how the game went, but I was relatively surprised with how well he played and why his draft stock was low. It makes sense. He's not the best quarterback out there. There's immense flaws in his game, but there's also a lot of pros to work with. This is a Drew Brees. I see exactly why Sean Payton drafted him. This is literally Drew Brees that can run and is a lot worse. if that makes sense. But I believe Sean definitely sees some potential in here. I see the potential. You know, I'm just, as of right now, I'm very committed to Jameis. I was thinking of buying his jersey. But I promise you guys, I really think this is only a backup plan if the Jameis option fails. Because I don't think if Sean really didn't believe in Jameis, he would have let rounds 1, 2, 3 go by without taking a quarterback. He just I think there was pressure on him. Nobody wants Taysom as a starter. It probably means we're gonna cut him next year, so yay. I mean, let me make this clear. I like Taysom. I don't like him at quarterback, if that's clear. And I don't want to pay him ever like we did last year. That was absolutely ridiculous. So, guys, I know you're not thrilled about this pick, but don't send hate this way. I saw this with Peyton Turner. I saw this with Pete Warner. Don't send hate his way. These guys don't control where they go. Just welcome him to New Orleans. You can be salty about the pick. I'm salty about some of the Peyton Turner pick, but I'm calmed down now. I'm going to tell you the pros later of the Peyton Turner pick. Anyway, Ian Book, welcome to New Orleans from the Nola Hub. And until next time, guys, I will see you later.